everybody. I know you don't have to say it. It has been a while and I apologize. As you saw in my last video, I've been really sick because now I'm 11 weeks and hopefully I will be feeling a little bit better coming out of my first trimester here, but then I had family in town, and then if you follow me on Instagram, then you saw that I had a birthday party for both my boys. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks here and I'm winded. And I didn't run or anything, I'm just winded. Okay, so on Facebook today, I told you I wanted to do a Q&A video. So I am just gonna get started. I have so many questions to answer and I'm going to try to answer as many as I possibly can. Okay, here we go. Oh, 40 questions were on my Facebook page, so here we go. This one seemed really popular because it got 5 likes, but it says, how to convince your husband around the third baby issue. Brad and I come from families that have, well, my family has 4 kids and Brad's family has 5 kids, so neither one of us was opposed to having about 4 or 5 kids ourselves. So that wasn't really that hard to try to convince him. It was more just kind of like, I feel like it's time, do you agree? And he, you know, definitely agreed, so it happened. So I didn't really have to convince him. I liked this one a lot too. This is from Brianne Birch and she asks, how does your faith shape your parenting? And I talk about this a lot in a lot of my videos. I think it shapes a lot of what I do. I think it definitely shapes how I approach things. And the other day, for instance, Willie was asking me about death and dying and asking me about resurrection. Pretty deep stuff for an almost 4-year-old. So he was asking me, do we all die? Where do we go? Do we come back to life? Because in the faith that I belong to, you know, I'm Mormon, we believe that we can be resurrected like Christ was resurrected on Easter. And so he had learned it back in Easter time and he still remembered and he wanted to know if animals, you know, go to heaven and all that kind of stuff. So I think they really do pick up on things. Like I said, he was 3 when he learned about Christ and Easter and all of that, and he still remembered. But it really affects my parenting because it really shapes how our daily routine is. Like I've talked about before, we pray every single day together. Everything that we have on an outlook on something, it's because of my faith. So I really just try to instill that in them, and it didn't definitely helps with my parenting, I feel like, because I have kind of like a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Long-term view of everything instead of just like the stress of the moment. I know that, you know, like we are family forever and ever. And so I need to teach them, you know, things from the very beginning. You teach them values, you teach them things. And I'm sure no matter what faith you belong to, you definitely can agree with me that you can start teaching them from very young what you believe and how that shapes you as a parent, because you want to be more Christ-like, or you want to be, you know, whatever your religion is. That's what I do. I feel like it really tries to make me have like a different view on motherhood and to celebrate motherhood. And I am curious about your birth plan and how it may be different this time, or not different from your previous births. I'll have the exact same birth plan. I just go with the flow, and I definitely plan on getting an epidural, and I definitely plan on pushing my babies out the same way I've pushed him out the other 2 times, but I am open to anything. And one of my favorite books pre-labor is called The Best Birth. And I love that book because it's just so open. It just, you know, doesn't say this is your exact plan, you know, because nothing ever happens according to plan. Am I right? Am I right? This is not just when it comes to labor, this comes to life. You can have like an idea in your head of what you think it's going to be, but it never will be that way. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I'm just very open to whatever happens, and I will, you know, try my best and I will enjoy it. I love labor. It's like my favorite day. I love being in labor. Labor is so fun. I know that's weird, but I really have enjoyed both of my labors so far. So I'm praying that this 3rd time around it'll be the same. Will this be your last pregnancy? I hope not. I really want to have a 4th child, but as far as like when, we don't know. We'll pray about it and we'll see when it feels right. Do you plan on homeschooling the kids starting in kindergarten? No, I definitely plan on putting them in school. I just think that it's good for them to go to school and be social, and I think it's good for me to have like a break. I don't know. I just think homeschooling moms are incredible because they do so much. I think it's amazing. And I don't think I could do it. Is that bad? When you and your spouse get into an argument, how do you resolve your problems? One of the biggest things that I believe in is communication. So communication with my spouse is key, and Brad is my best friend in the world, and he knows me sometimes better than I think I know myself, and it's great because we have been married for almost 6 years now, and so I feel like we've learned a lot in that amount of time, and I know we'll continue to learn more. But when we do get in an argument, it's amazing because we communicate. We never just shut off, and he definitely can read me and I can read him, so if I can tell, or if he can tell that I need alone time, then he always gives that to me, because sometimes I do just need alone time for a minute, you know, to cool down or whatever. So communication is everything. I had to teach him, like, when I'm upset, sometimes I don't want to talk and sometimes just need to be alone for a minute, and so he understands that, and other times I do want to talk about it. So that's my key, it's just communication, communication. Ditto what another said. How do you still cook, clean, and take care of the boys when you're feeling sick? Love your videos, thanks. I don't. I found out 7 weeks ago that I was pregnant, and I cleaned for the first time 2 weeks ago. So my husband, bless his heart, he is a saint, and I get emotional just thinking about how amazing he is, because he has been keeping this boat floating, you guys. He has been my rock. He has cooked, he has cleaned, and I try my best, obviously, to do the little things, but I just don't care, because it doesn't matter that I have a picture perfect clean house. I am having a rough time, and that's okay. I'm not inviting all these people over to my house all the time. I don't need to keep it picture perfect clean. And obviously for food, I'll definitely cook my kids food, but it's really simple food, and Brad's the same way. He'll help and do all of that. So I couldn't do it without him, and I'm trying my best, and I'm getting a lot better because I'm getting more energy and all of that. So I don't have like a specific plan, it's just we're in survival mode right now. So that's how we do it. How do you plan on preparing Will and Max for the arrival of a new baby? This started from right when I found out that I was pregnant. We just try to get them so excited, and I don't even have to try because they love babies so much. It's so cute. My sister has a little nephew and they're obsessed with him. They just love him and they love babies, and I think they get that from my husband, who loves babies and has always loved babies and is just really good with kids and all that. So we talk about it, we talk about how excited we are, and we'll still insist that he has a baby sister coming, and we just talk about, Max, you're gonna be a big brother, and they kiss the baby, they kiss my belly, and they just talk about how fun it will be when they can play with their baby sister and all of that. So it's really cute just to try to get them excited for her, for him, whatever it is, to come along. I know it doesn't matter because all we ever want is a healthy baby, but can you see yourself with a little girl, or would you prefer 3 boys? Of course I would love to have a little girl. I don't have a girl yet, but I would not mind 3 boys. I love boys, and I kind of get nervous sometimes when I think about having a girl, because girls are so different, and I feel like I have the boy thing down, like I understand boys. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but of course I will be happy either way. Okay, this video is getting kind of long, so I'll keep trucking along here. Somebody says, I want to hear more about your mission. I served on a mission for my church in the Ukraine Donetsk mission, and I could go on for like 3 hours. If you want to hear more, I can definitely do a video about that, but it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I spent 18 months there without my family, without my friends, and I spent every day, all day, talking to people about my beliefs and the church, and it was the most incredible experience that changed me. And it's actually where I met Brad. I met Brad in Ukraine. He was a missionary as well, and I grew so much as a person because I didn't have people to rely on. I had God to rely on and myself, and so I learned so much. And meeting people and learning Russian and speaking Russian all day, living with Russian people, one of the most incredible experiences of my life, so I loved it. How did you know you were ready for number 2 and baby 3 now? This kind of goes back to my faith again. I am always trying to be like spiritually in tuned, and I really believe that God is interested in us and interested in our desires and our wants and our needs, and he knows us personally. And so every time it sounds kind of weird just saying this, but this is the truth. I just kind of get this feeling, like this spiritual kind of feeling, and sometimes I've had dreams, and I know if you've been pregnant before, you know what I mean, like it gets really vivid, like your dreams are crazy. But before both kids, I've had dreams about my boys, and so I already knew that they were boys because I had dreams about them. I know it sounds really crazy, but I always get this feeling like, it's time, Michelle, and it's time. And sometimes it's kind of scary, right? Thinking, oh my gosh, can I really do this? But it has always worked out. Timing has always been perfect. And I just have really always relied on that, like praying about it and just seeking that out. Like, is this right? What is your favorite thing about making YouTube videos, and what is the hardest part? Favorite thing is definitely interacting with you. I always, when you guys comment, I always click on your profile and I look at your picture and I try to imagine what your voice sounds like, and you know, we could be friends, and I just love hearing your stories and I love getting to know you, and I just love the interaction with moms from all over, or people that aren't even moms, you know, people from all over. And the hardest part is definitely the criticism. You know, sometimes people hate the way I look at parenting, or they hate me because of the way I look or the way I talk, or you know, I've had emails and criticism about everything. So that's definitely hard, but at this point I don't care, and I'm just happy because I feel like this channel is just all about positive things, and that's what I really try to do. So I just, you know, if somebody puts a negative comment, I just delete it, and just, that's it. I don't think about it. They don't know me. I don't care. So that's that. Is your third pregnancy totally different from your other pregnancies? Yes, 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 yes. I've never been so sick before. I've never been so tired before. It's just been the craziest experience so far. How to really be happy and positive in life. Ooh, what just happened? I pressed something. How to really be happy and positive in life. I think one of the biggest things is to be happy with yourself and to be happy with what you have. I think when you start getting really unhappy is when you start comparing yourself to other people. So you start comparing to yourself like what other people have and what you don't have. And I feel this like darkness. If you can't feel sincerely happy for other people, you're not going to be happy yourself. If somebody has something exciting happen to them and you just sincerely just like, I can't be happy for them, that's awful. That's an awful, awful feeling. And so I really try to just always be positive. I really try to love people the way I feel like God would love them, the way I feel like Jesus would love them. He loved everyone, regardless of the way they looked, regardless of the way they acted or dressed or what job they had or how much money they made. He loved everyone. And so I try to instill that in myself, to sincerely love everyone and to look at them all as God's children. And I am such a sensitive person, and this is a good thing, this is also a bad thing, but I always kind of look at people like, what would it be like to be them, you know, and how would I want somebody to treat me if I was in that situation? So I really try to not judge people, and I'm not perfect by any means, and I really try to just be positive all the time, and I just try to love everyone. And if you have that in your mind, you know, you can love the person standing in line in front of you at the grocery store. You know, you just really try to see that everybody has a story to tell and everybody has experiences to share. And once you realize that, then you can really be happy. And once you're happy with yourself, then it's so much easier to be happy with everybody else as well. Okay, just a couple more. Do you set a monthly budget for your own clothing and beauty products? What are your favorite stores? Which beauty products are your holy grail ones? Oh, I could go on forever about this. No, I don't set a specific budget for myself because I know myself that I can't go crazy, and my husband wouldn't want me to go crazy. So if I find deals, then I definitely take advantage of them. As far as like my budget, I don't have one, but if I run out of something, then I can justify buying something else, if that makes sense. So I don't just keep on hoarding makeup or hoarding stuff unless I run out of something. So that's my justification. What are your favorite stores? You guys know I love Target. Hello. I love Target, Gap, H&M, Madewell, J. Crew. Those are like my stores that I go to. I love those. And then it says, which beauty products are your holy grail ones? I love anything by Soap & Glory, especially their body creams. I love their products. They just are so luxurious. They smell so delicious, and they just make me feel good. How did you introduce potty training? What activities do your boys enjoy around the house? How much TV do you let them watch? I'm a mom of 2 boys and I love your channel. Thanks, Tiara. How did I introduce potty training? I just slowly did by books, and I have a potty training video if you want to check that out. I have that on my channel as well, and I go into way more depth there, but I was just very, very slow. I did not want to pressure because I knew Max was just born, and I didn't want to pressure Will because then I knew he would regress, and I just let him let me know when he was ready. So I bought him underwear, and if he wanted to wear it, then he could wear it. If he didn't want to, then I didn't force him, and all of that. So then, what else did you ask about that? What activities do your boys enjoy doing around the house? We love Play-Doh. We love just playing with toys. We love building forts, and they love having me cook, and they love painting and blocks and playing with cars, and they love bubble baths. How much TV do you let them watch in a day? I used to be so crazy, like strict about nothing more than 2 hours, you know, But since I've been so sick, some days it's more, some days it's none, some days it's an hour. I don't really worry about the exact time. I can just tell when it's been too much, or, you know, sometimes if I'm too tired, then it's like, you know what, it's fine if we let them watch a little bit today. So I'm not too strict about it, but I never let them watch like a ton, because we don't want their brains rotting. Okay, so that is it. I think I answered a lot of those questions, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did. If you have any other questions, please comment down below. And when I'm answering the questions, the comments, I'll make sure to try to answer those as well. Thank you so much for watching. Be expecting a pregnancy vlog update soon because I'm going to the doctor tomorrow for the first time. So yay, I'm so excited to see how everything's going. But yeah, we will see you in my next video. Bye!